key to sustainability is equality in every meaning of the word. And a major part of this is gender equality. The fight for equal rights has been going on for centuries. Discrimination against women is one of the most severe violations of human rights of our time. Still, for some reason, traditionally this has been viewed as a woman's issue rather than a human rights issue, and thus fought by women only. We know better. As we've been discussing both today and yesterday, we know that gender-equal societies are more sustainable and more economically benefiting than societies where women are discriminated against. Gender equality does not benefit women, it benefits humanity. When UN Women launched He for She last September, Emma Watson reminded us that the only thing necessary for evil to take place is for enough good men and women to do nothing. So we stand here today because we will not do nothing. We stand here today because we want to continue the work that generations of women have done before us. We stand here today because we want to be the first generation to achieve full gender equality. And to do that, we need men. We represent Young Men for Gender Equality Scandinavia. Young Men for Gender Equality is an NGO founded 2 years ago and is now present in more than 40 countries. Our goal is to engage young men and women together against discrimination, both locally and globally.
Only 5% of top managers in Norway are women. Women own less than 15% of listed companies and take out more than 85% of parental leave. On average, women earn 15% less than men. Recent research has shown that men are considered to be more competent, have better leadership skills, and are regarded as more experienced than women with the exact same qualifications. This happens today in Norway, a country that is often referred to as the most gender equal in the world.
A lot of people say that these differences are not because men and women don't have the same opportunities in Norway. It's because men and women choose differently. Because ultimately, men and women are different. A lot of the same people often mistake the fight for gender equality and equal opportunities with a wish to eliminate these differences. We don't want that. Of course, men and women are different, as all people are different, and we shall embrace these differences. But we shall not use it as an excuse to allow discrimination based on gender or any other thing. It is very questionable whether or not gender is the right way to address these differences. 50 years ago, we tried to describe the same differences with race, and a lot of so-called research was done to prove that colored people were less able, less competent, less moral. Of course, today, we know this is wrong, and it is completely socially and politically suicide to sympathize with any of these opinions or to quote any of this research. For some reason, however, it's still completely acceptable to make the same characterizations based on gender, to say that women are less competent, women are less ambitious, women don't have the same leadership skills, women don't have the same wish to a career. We want to change that. And the first way to make change is to address these subtle attitudes that's still very present even in Norway.
We have come far in Scandinavia, but the statistics show that we still have a long way to go. Because there is a great difference between formal and real gender equality. The cultural attitudes and gender stereotypes that exist limit both women and to some extent men. The gender-based characterization that is ingrained in our culture is not noticed, and therefore it is difficult to address. The subtle character of this is often regarded as coincidences, funny stories, or jokes. And as a society, we are failing to recognize the accumulated effect of gender stereotyping. And that is Young Men for Gender Equality's Scandinavia main goal. We want to change this. So we are working on a campaign in Scandinavia to help people recognize the extent of culture gender stereotyping and how it is limiting society. How language is used to degrade women, telling them that they are less ambitious, have poor leadership skills, or are less competent for competitive roles. Women deal with sexual harassment every single day. It is not traumatizing, but it is objectivizing and undermining, and in the long term, it affects our self-esteem. Female leaders, after giving birth, are often considered distant or bad parents. Women are still expected to sacrifice more when establishing families. We owe it to ourselves and we owe it to the world, because Scandinavia has come far in formal gender equality, and we have the ability to prove that full gender equality is possible. It is our responsibility towards countries experiencing more formalized sexism and obvious violations of human rights to prove that gender equality is both profitable and possible for society.
We want to reintroduce the original meaning of feminism, which is not to hate men or to promote women on the behalf of men, as some tend to believe today. It is simply the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities socially, politically, legally, and economically. Simone de Beauvoir said that man is defined as a human being and women as a female. Whenever she behaves as a human being, she is said to imitate the male. It is time to change that. Our campaign, aiming to raise awareness and thereby change behavior, will launch this fall. We need collaborating partners, so if you're interested, please contact us for more information. Changing the cultural attitude of a generation starts with the individual, and we rely on all of you to succeed. It is only when you look for it that you will see it. So we challenge you to look for it. We challenge you to address it. And we ask you to join our campaign when we launch this fall. And ask yourself, if not now, when? And if not me, who? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.